Okay, so like I said in the last video, I wanted to answer Giovanna's H's question um, that she asked. This question is kind of a complicated situation because we all think differently, we all move differently, and we all, deal with our problems in a different way. She actually went to my Instagram, which I didn't think anybody knew about. It's the writing page. It has no pictures of me, so you probably won't even know it's me unless if Instagram connect one thing to another. That's what they do now. I'm not social media savvy. I just kind of figured some stuff out in the past 2 years. But she went and she saw a post, and the post was about acceptance. It's actually a post I wrote in 2018. I took a picture of it so I can read to you exactly what the post said. Now I have to talk loud because the wind is blowing. The post reads, let's see, with my many selfies that I took today. Where is this post? Did I even take a picture of it? Oh God. Okay. Where's the post? Oh, I found it. So the post reads, when you accept something, you simply allow yourself to feel okay rather than having some pointless allergic reaction to what's bad about it. Your acceptance is a commitment to your own well-being and to the avoidance of self-punishment in response to the way anything is. I'm going to reread that. So you may want to take your book and write this down because this is deep. And when I wrote this, I was deep in my feelings. So, acceptance. When you accept something, you simply allow yourself to feel okay rather than have some pointless allergic reaction to what's bad about it. Your acceptance is a commitment to your own well-being and to the avoidance of self-punishment in response to the way anything is. Okay, let me elaborate on that on my own theory. First of all, I don't really read. It's not a big thing for me, but sometimes you run into things on the internet, right? And almost everything I ran into or run into, people always seem to say, first you must forgive in order to accept. Correct me if I'm wrong. Comment below. Send me an email. Let's agree to disagree. But on the other hand, I believe that in order to forgive, you have to accept first. I have my reasons for saying that. Because my little theoretical mind, it's like, okay, how do you forgive someone or forgive in general if you haven't accepted the fact yet? Forgiveness is hard as it is already. And that's a whole different topic. I'm not going to really get into that. But how do you forgive someone if you haven't accepted the fact that that thing is what it is? First of all, acceptance is the hardest thing for me, at least. I think acceptance is harder than forgiveness. Because in order to accept, you have to go through it. You really have to go through it. You have to, accept the fact that that happened. You have to be okay with the fact that that happened. You have to, really let go of that thing that happened, whatever it is. Letting go and acceptance can go hand in hand, at least for me, because in order to let go, again, you have to accept. If you don't accept it for what it is, how are you going to let go and forgive? So I think that everything starts off with acceptance. Once you accept, sister or sis, whatever you want me to call you, you're fine. Like, you have to accept. Like, I don't know how people jump and say, oh, okay, I forgive you. No, you're just saying that to make yourself feel better, because if you forgive the person, that means that you have to let go of what happened. But you can't forgive somebody for something, and you keep revisiting the situation. You keep talking about it. You keep mourning about it. You keep bringing it up. So first you have to accept. When you accept, everything comes into light. Then you have the space to forgive, because forgiveness is hard. I'm telling you, it's hard. Sometimes, in order to forgive, you gotta lie to yourself a couple of times. Like, tell yourself, "Oh, I forgive," even if you don't forgive. Because another thing is, sometimes, or most times, us human, we can say something to ourselves so many times and get so used to hearing it that we start to believe it. It's like someone who's a pathological liar. They'll tell the same lie over and 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 over again until they believe their own lies. You know? So if you really want to forgive someone, which is the positive side about lying in this situation, just keep lying to yourself after you accept. But then I could be wrong. Maybe there are people who have to forgive first then accept. I don't know how that goes. But for me, I have to accept the fact, then forgive. And acceptance doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in a week. It doesn't happen in a month. It doesn't happen in minutes. Definitely not in minutes. Acceptance takes crying. It takes reevaluating yourself. It takes looking really deep within like your soul. Like you really have to sit there and do whatever works for you. If it's writing, do it. If it's screaming, do it. If it's crying, do it. If it's yelling, do it. Do whatever you have to do in order to accept. Because if you don't accept, you're not going to be able to forgive. Just accept and then you'll forgive. And then, while you're in the process of accepting, you can probably let go without even knowing it. Because now you're okay with it. And sometimes you will just naturally, sometimes you'll just naturally forgive the person. And forgiveness is painful. But when you don't forgive, you're still living in that pain. Like I said, I don't want to really get into forgiveness right now. I'm trying to really minimize this video to at least 10 minutes, but I'm in 7 minutes right now and 36 seconds. And the reason why I keep timing myself is because a wise man always tells me, time yourself. And he's right, time yourself, because I can go on and on and on and on and on and on talking about the same thing over and over and over and over again, just so someone can understand. But sometimes all I need to do is just, say one thing. But everyone learns differently, and this is why I say more than I'm supposed to say, because I could have said in the beginning of the video, no, all you have to do is accept, then forgive, and everything will flow. But I really want to get into the deep, hardcore of why I think you should accept before you forgive. And at least if you don't, I guess, go by that, and you've always have tried to forgive then accept, just try it my way a little bit. And I also wrote about this, the surprise I told you I had yesterday with the last video, is actually regarding things like that. I wrote about acceptance first before forgiveness, and I also wrote about letting go and how the three actually connects. So if you get a chance, and I will let you know when it's available, you can pick up a copy, or I can give you a free copy if it's really that bad, your financial situation, like mine right now. But I'll give you a free copy, and you can just read through it and see what you think about it. We're here to agree to disagree. You don't have to agree with what I'm saying, or you don't have to do what I'm saying. You don't have to go by what I'm saying. I'm just speaking from my own experience, like I said from the beginning of all my videos. It's from my own experience, and I feel like through experience, that's when we're able to preach and give away the knowledge that hoping that it might work for someone else, because what works for me might not work for you. But what worked for me is accepting first, then forgiving. And in between that, I learned to let go. It is not an easy process depending on any given situation. So I'm glad that we got that over with, and thank you so much for the question. That was a really deep question. That's why I did it in a whole video, and yes, I passed 10 minutes. But thank you again. Thank you so much to everyone who's sent me emails. I feel kind of special. I'm still blushing, by the way, that I have so much views from yesterday to today, and people email me, but those emails are going to have to wait unless if I try to do this full time and somebody somewhere pays me for doing this full time. YouTube ain't paying me, at least not yet. But you know, so if you have any questions, comment below, subscribe to my channel, and you can send me your email. If you don't want to subscribe to it, fine, that's okay with me, but as long as you take something from this. Thank you. Have a wonderful, 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 wonderful day, and may God bless everyone, and may we all, be blessed in our life, and God gave us everything that we want, because at the end of the day, without God, it's gonna be a little rough. So pray. If you're sad, pray. If you're mad, pray. If you're happy, pray. If you're hurting, pray. If you're fat, pray. If you're skinny, pray. If you're just pray. Just pray. All right? Have a nice day. Bye.